Trump has made a lot of bold claims about his plans since taking office, and he's certainly taken action on some of them. Whether it's backing Elon Musk's stance on transgender issues, signing an executive order restricting transgender medical care for minors, cracking down on illegal immigration, or pushing for a missile defense system similar to Israel's Iron Dome, he's been busy. But now, the real battle seems to be with Brics nations, who are quietly working on ways to challenge the U.S.'s global dominance. On February 13th, Trump issued a warning, saying Brics countries could face 100% tariffs if they want to play games with the dollar. The question is, will that be enough to stop them? Here's everything we know about how Brics nations are moving to replace the U.S. Trump has now claimed that his aggressive stance on Brics has effectively led to its breakdown. According to him, the threat of a 150% tariff on Brics nations attempting to undermine the U.S. dollar has silenced them. "I don't know what the hell happened to them. We haven't heard from the Brics states lately," Trump remarked. He insists that Brics states had plans to replace the U.S. dollar as the global reserve currency, but abandoned the idea after his warning. Brics, which consists of Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Egypt, Ethiopia, Indonesia, Iran, and the UAE, has long sought to challenge the dominance of the U.S. dollar in global trade. However, Trump's latest statements suggest he believes his threats of economic penalties have disrupted their plans. Brics states were trying to destroy our dollar. They wanted to create a new currency. So when I came in, the first thing I said was any Brics state that even mentions the destruction of the dollar will be charged a 150% tariff, and we don't want your goods. And the Brics states just broke up, he claimed. Despite Trump's assertions, Brics' push for de-dollarization has not completely disappeared. During the 15th Brics Summit in 2023, Russian President Vladimir Putin emphasized the need for reducing reliance on the U.S. dollar, calling for expanded settlements in national currencies and stronger banking cooperation. More recently, in June 2024, Brics foreign ministers met in Nizhny Novgorod, Russia, where they reaffirmed their commitment to decreasing dollar dependence. They discussed enhancing the use of local currencies in bilateral and multilateral trade agreements, indicating that the movement towards an alternative to the dollar is still ongoing despite Trump's threats. Trump, however, remains firm in his stance. On February 13th, he issued another warning, reinforcing that Brics countries would face severe trade penalties if they continued their efforts to replace the dollar. Declaring that Brics was effectively dead, he stated that the U.S. would cut off trade with any nation attempting to introduce a new currency. Posting on X via his platform Truth Social, Trump made it clear he opposed any shift away from the U.S. dollar. "The idea that the Brics countries are trying to move away from the dollar while we stand by and watch is over," he wrote. He further emphasized that any Brics nation supporting a new currency would face immediate consequences. "We are going to require a commitment from these seemingly hostile countries that they will neither create a new Brics currency nor back any other currency to replace the mighty U.S. dollar, or they will face 100% tariffs and should expect to say goodbye to selling into the wonderful U.S. economy," he added. Trump's strong rhetoric suggests he's willing to take extreme economic measures to maintain the dominance of the U.S. dollar. They can go find another sucker nation. There's no chance that Brics will replace the U.S. dollar in international trade or anywhere else, and any country that tries should say hello to tariffs and goodbye to America, he declared. This warning follows a series of similar remarks over the past few months, where Trump repeatedly cautioned Brics nations against engaging in de-dollarization efforts. In December, he threatened punitive tariffs if they proceeded with their attempts to move away from the dollar. More recently, he told reporters in the Oval Office they tried to do a number on the United States, and if they do that, they are not going to be happy about what's going to happen to them. Despite Trump's claims that Brics had backed down, the group's actions suggest otherwise. Their continued meetings and discussions on reducing dollar reliance indicate that they are still moving forward with plans to reshape global trade. While Trump's threats may have slowed their progress or forced some strategic recalculations, they have not completely stopped the movement. The key question now is whether Trump's aggressive trade policies and economic threats will be enough to maintain the dollar's global dominance, or if Brics will find a way to bypass U.S. influence. The world is watching closely as this economic power struggle unfolds. So what does this mean for Brics? Well, for starters, The organization now represents over half the world's population, including 6 of the 10 most populous nations. The Western narrative that BRICS would never amount to much due to political differences is rapidly crumbling. With 35% of the world's GDP in terms of purchasing power parity, BRICS has even surpassed the G7's 30%, and that's just the beginning. The bloc now dominates key global industries, including agriculture, energy, and natural resources. Half of the world's agricultural output? That's BRICS. Some of the top oil and natural gas producers? BRICS again. The numbers don't lie, this alliance is becoming a global powerhouse. China has been the driving force behind BRICS, investing heavily through the Belt and Road Initiative. While Western politicians underestimate its influence, the organization continues to gain strength by welcoming new members that bring valuable assets. Let's take a closer look at what each new country contributes. Indonesia's strategic location in Southeast Asia makes it a key player, controlling critical trade routes like the Strait of Malacca, a major passage for global shipping. On top of that, Indonesia is a leading producer of nickel, a resource crucial for renewable energy. On the other hand, India is steadily expanding its influence in BRICS, particularly in the digital payment space. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been actively encouraging BRICS nations to integrate India's unified payments interface into their financial ecosystems. During a recent address, he highlighted how the UAE has already adopted UPI, while Mauritius has shown keen interest in the technology. UPI officially launched in Dubai on March 28 this year, thanks to a collaboration between Dubai-based Mashrek Bank and NPCI International Payments Limited. As part of this initiative, Mashrek has enabled its NeoPay terminals to accept UPI payments, making transactions smoother for Indian travelers in the UAE. Anubhav Sharma, Deputy Chief of Partnership Business Development and Marketing at NIPL, emphasized that this partnership is a step toward seamless cross-border payment solutions. This unifies the ecosystem and streamlines payment processes for Indian travelers, he explained. Malaysia, on the other hand, is seeing a surge in Chinese investment, particularly in AI, semiconductors, and biotechnology. As U.S.-China tensions heat up, companies are moving to Malaysia to sidestep Trump's potential tariffs. Additionally, Malaysia's rich oil, natural gas, and tin reserves make it a valuable asset for BRICS energy security. Then there's Thailand, Southeast Asia's second-largest economy. Its thriving automotive industry is shifting towards electric vehicles, with Chinese companies investing billions. Thailand's pivot toward BRICS signals a major shift in the region's economic landscape. Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan bring another layer of strategic importance thanks to their vast natural resources. Kazakhstan is the world's top uranium producer, essential for nuclear energy, while Uzbekistan's gold reserves bolster BRICS' move toward financial independence from Western currencies. With these new members, BRICS is evolving into one of the most powerful economic alliances on the planet. As 2025 approaches, the big question is, how will the West respond to this growing shift in global influence? And that's a wrap for today's video. Thanks for watching, and if you want to stay updated with the latest news, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and drop a like. That way, you won't miss out on what's coming next. See you in the next one.